Hello Lolas, welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click the bell to be a part of the notification squad. It's like, let me adjust the camera like a little bit. Hit the button to be a part of the notification squad. Guys, I have little Miss Jasmina here. Sorry, I was pulling out her eyebrows actually, and now she got little hairs all over. Because I want to redo her eyebrows. So anyway, we just gonna try not to worry about that too much, right? Two bananas. But oh yeah, what I was telling y'all, if you guys are new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click the bell to be a part of the notification squad, and give this video a thumbs up. If you guys want to follow me under Facebook, I'm under Miss Serenity Smith, and Instagram, I was going to say YouTube, Instagram is Miss Serenity Smith Babies. Oh my gosh. So as you guys see, I got my little bonnet on because I ain't did my hair. It's still brushed back like it was in a ponytail. Like really, I don't know which one is worse, to keep the bonnet on or not have the bonnet on. But child, listen, this me. Baby, I'll be having time. I'll be working, like working. I only got a few minutes before I have to go back down to my rooting station and get back to rooting on this baby. Jasmina, see, this is why I don't root and come in my nursery, because I burn hair. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I just wanted to pop in, and I was gonna put her on this little onesie, but I think she need a rinse off first, because these little pieces of hair on her baby is not gonna be, it's gonna be all over that onesie. Her little head, she got that much left going across that needs to be finished with her rooting. Oh my gosh. So I'll finish that after I finish this baby. I'm gonna just go ahead and finish her up because I'm sick of it. I want to be able to lay her on her tummy and take pictures. I can't do that because of her little bald spot back there. So I'll be keeping her little hat on. There we go. But yeah, y'all hear me saying all the time, like, this is my favorite baby. And okay, baby, this why people be thinking that with silicone all you do is pick hair off of them. You know, they be like, oh, I just don't want them with everything sticking to them. That would just get on my nerves. It's not that. It's not that deep. It's just that when you dealing with loose hairs and stuff, it do gravitate towards the silicone. But if you don't shed like a dog and your baby hair is not shedding, once you rinse them off from their hair being rooted and all that stuff, you don't have those issues like that. It don't be that serious. Now, we do it in the videos because we're like self-conscious. We don't want this and that to be shown on our babies and stuff like that. But they don't just have like fuzzies and hairs on them all the time. Like, I could pick Nori is right here, and I could pick Nori up and Nori don't have nothing on her. But if I pick her up, and because I have some rooting hair on me, it'll stick to her. It'll try to cling to her. But once they're matted and stuff like that, like, this baby don't feel sticky or tacky or any of that. So yeah, the whole silicone thing where people make it seem worse than what it is, and then people always say like, oh, you know, it's so much work to maintain a silicone, and I'm just trying to figure out what's the work, baby, because I'm lazy. I ain't finna be doing nothing extra, really. I mean, the most thing, you know, You can't lay them on like hard surfaces and stuff like that. You just really have to treat them more so like a real baby than maybe your vinyls a little bit, when it comes to like, you know, how you hold them, and where you place them, and how you're, you know, putting on their clothes. You can't be all super rough, because you could pull a reborn arm off, but if you pull a silicone baby arm off, you're in trouble. So that's, you know, that's the thing. But when I pick this baby up, the reason why she's my favorite is when I pick her up, let me tell you something. It is so magical. Like, she literally just feels so newborn to me. And I just think her size is just perfect. But I know there are a lot of collectors that do like really, you know, big babies, and they like the bigger newborn babies, and then like 0 to 3 for shopping purposes. But because I'm so simple minded when it comes to like clothes and stuff like that, it don't really bother me that much, because most of my babies don't really wear a lot of clothes anyway. They're usually in onesies and sleepers, or just diapers and t-shirts, or just diapers to begin with. So that's why I guess it doesn't, for me, I don't have to have a bigger baby. Now, when I have one, do I enjoy dressing them? Yes, there are certain babies that I have that I just love dressing. My biggest thing is all about the way that they feel, their movement. And she's cute without her pacifier, but I just love her with a pacifier. So I have to keep saying that, because sometimes people be like, why you don't post no pictures with her without her pacifier? Because she always got one, baby. She always got one, because I love her with a pacifier. But this baby, like, I mean, you see, like, her little head just, like, it just falls. And not only that, just feeling her little body. And she doesn't have a jelly belly, but look at how soft her little stomach is and stuff. She just wrinkles really, really nicely. And like you see, like her silicone, it bends so nicely. But she's not like a noodly, oh my gosh, you know, falling apart type baby. And you know, and another thing about that is, a lot of times people look at these babies on video and they be like, oh my god, I can't deal with that, that would be too soft. I said that too. Like, who was that lady? Oh my gosh, what was her name? Oh my gosh. Anyway, I can't think of it. I can't think of the lady name, her nursery name, but she did these babies, and they were so soft. Like, they was like, looked like they were just like melting. And I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't think I want that. But let me tell you, when I held a baby like that, I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I see why her, you know, her customers love her babies being that soft. Like, it made sense to me. So, you know, I always say, now I'm like, don't knock it till you try it, honey. I know people be telling you that, and you be like, I don't want to try it. But yeah, so I love my soft babies. But I do like when they do hold their form. But I think a lot of that has to do with sculpting too. Like, if the baby is not sculpted nicely, and just like, you know how some babies have just like a noodle leg, noodle arms, they don't really have no form, a definition in the sculpting. If it's that soft and it's not detailed sculpting, it is going to look like real fake. It's going to look very noodly, very, very life. It's like type thing. It's not gonna look right. But if the sculpting is really detailed and sculpted like a real leg, a real arm, when that baby falls, the only thing is, if it's sculpted real and it bends in an unrealistic position, then you're gonna be like, oh, that looked like it hurt. Versus if it's like noodly, you be like, oh my god, that's so stupid. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like, you might laugh at the other one, but you're gonna be cringing to see the realistic one been unrealistically. So silicone is just one of those mediums that, you know, you some people love it, some people hate it. And it's just so many gray areas. It's like, you know, everybody have their preference. Just like, you know, anything else, but I think silicone is one of those things where you either love it or you hate it. That's what I be wanting to do. Like, I be really want to be like, and you guys can't see, but like her little stomach, like when she's like this, and I'm barely pushing her leg up a little bit, but this area of her stomach kind of like crinkles just a little bit, like the real babies would do. And then because of the way I painted her, it just looks like a real stomach. I'm like, girl, that's a real baby. Baby, people be mad at me. They probably be looking at this video like, this crazy girl. Like, yes, honey, I am crazy. On period. Listen, baby, I am a for real collector, okay? I am not one of those people that just be like, oh, I'm just collecting just to be collecting. I don't collect for status. Baby, I love dolls. I have loved dolls all my life, okay? And I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how crazy I may look. I'm going to play with my dolls. When I get ready, I'm going to pick them up. Now, when I ain't on camera, I do still pick my dolls up. I do still dress them and stuff like that. I still talk to them off camera. But do I sit all day and rock babies, my dolls, and play feed them and all that? No, I do not. I'm not judging those who do. But my life is too busy for all of that. But if I wanted to, baby, it's my business. And that's on your pissy pamper wang grandma. Period. Yes, honey. I live my hobby. I think everybody just need a hobby. Like, I think you need something that you're passionate about. I think you need something that you enjoy. Life is too short. Why be miserable? Why not have something? I think for me, I've always had an extreme imagination. I'm a dreamer. So this allows me to use my imagination, be a dreamer. And just, you know, like for YouTube, when I get into my role play modes and stuff like that, which I'm working my way up to that, so I can have a couple episodes for y'all for that. It allows me to just have so much fun. And then on top of it, I learned how to paint, and I can make some income off of it as well. So my hobby can make money for me. So for me, it feels like a win-win. There are downsides to it. You do, sometimes this can be very time consuming. If you're not careful, you will be overspending. And you can find yourself in a very rough place financially. So, I mean, just like anything else in the world, there's pros and cons to it all. But for the most part, I feel like the pros outweighs the cons for me. And so I feel like I will forever, you know, have this this hobby. Rather I'm not painting and selling, rather I'm not buying anymore, I will still always have a doll in my house somewhere. I'm gonna have me some dolls in my house somewhere. I think I told you guys this before, that my paternal grandmother, I guess I never really paid attention to it as much growing up because I didn't spend as much time with that grandma as my maternal grandmother. But I was over there maybe like a year or two before she passed away, and I noticed that she had like these porcelain dolls, and she had a little what drew my attention, baby. Let me tell you how slow I am, baby. Listen, I don't see, the dolls was always present, but it was one sitting on the table like right in front of me, and I was like, I looked at it and I was like, oh. And she was like, yeah, baby, I've always collected dolls. And then so I started looking at her. She was like, there's such and such over there. And she started like telling me. And I'm like, let me find out my grandma was a doll collector. And that's why I'm a doll collector. No, I don't think it's, I don't know. But I don't think that has nothing to do with why I'm a doll collector. But yeah. So that was really fascinating. I know that my family have a history of having a lot of people in our family are like artists and have a love for art and different stuff and like music and different things like that. But here I am, grown as ever, still loving dolls. It's okay. At least that's what I keep telling myself, baby. It's okay. And this gonna be my baby. This gonna be my real baby right here. Because, baby, I'm not gonna push now another one out of here. So this is as close as it's gonna get. And a lot of people, you know, the first thing they assume is like, oh my gosh, like, you know, is it because you can't have kids, or do you just really want to have a baby? And it's like, if that's someone's case, that's okay too. Because whatever gives you comfort and help you cope through whatever you're going through, that is okay, as long as it's not hurting you and it's not hurting nobody else. That is okay. But that's not my story. And when I tell them, I'm like, they be like, well, do you have kids? 5. They're like, 5? And you still got dogs? Yes, baby, because it's not, one don't have nothing to do with the other. It does not. And I think that the hobby is so innocent. I think that the hobby is so innocent. It's like, we kind of, as dog collectors, we can't wrap our head around why other people feel like it's something wrong with it. And I think it's just not for them. And then some of the people that say it's not for them and have things to say have never seen one or held one in person. And you know, there's another story that I tell, a situation where I had a friend that did have some trauma with, you know, becoming a mother and stuff. And when I mentioned about the doll, she was like looking at me like I was crazy and stuff. And one day I decided, long story short, after a very tragic loss, I gave her time. But then I showed up and I had the dolls and I brought the dolls, and I said, either she's gonna scream at me, close the door, slam the door, or this is gonna add a smile to her face or whatever. And I knocked on the door and I was so nervous. I did warn her. I said, I have my dolls with me. I did warn her, like, before she opened the door. And I ended up having to leave one with her. Okay? I ended up having to leave one with her because she didn't want to let it go. And I couldn't take it from her, knowing what she had been through, and just being able to hold that baby was just, yeah. And but her mom later thanked me and said that until she had dealt with the doll, she was not able to go around other kids and babies and stuff like that after her loss. But after that, she was able to do that. So a lot of people just don't understand that, you know, your journey and your experience is not everybody's else. So a lot of times we judging on things that we don't know what we're talking about. And so myself included, sometimes I've been guilty of that. So I'm not going to judge one way or the other. And another thing is, if you feel like somebody is playing with a doll to cope with a loss or a grievance of some type of a way, what type of person does that make you if you poke and make fun of them and try to add trauma to their life, if you feel like this is something that's helping them? What type of monster are you to inflict pain and trauma and just, you know, on somebody? that you feel like is already going through something. Why are you even on the internet? What's your problem? Go find something happy to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I don't understand. If you feel like, if these people feel like we're sick individuals and something is wrong with us, or we're just, you know, we're crazy, or we're grieving women or whatever, let us grieve in peace then. Like, what? I don't understand. Like, that don't make you a good person. Like, you should be like, oh, if anything, be like, oh, I'm so sorry, honey. And I have gotten those comments too. I'm so sorry. But I'm glad that you know, that you're finding peace in these dolls. You know, and I'm just like, sorry for what? And then it dawned on me what they were thinking. So I think those comments, I definitely understand those more than some of the hateful ones. But anyway, that's no here or there, child. I've been in this thing for so long. I've been on YouTube for so long. It's just like, you see that stuff and you just, you know, we're human. Some stuff, it kind of like might irritate you or bother you or something for a second, a half a millisecond of a second. But yeah. But anyway, it's been nice talking to y'all. Like, girl, we gotta catch up another time. Cause I gotta go. Girl, I can't believe I've spent this much time sitting here. I gotta go root, baby. Cause what? This baby got this empty spot. No hair. I gotta get it filled in. But anyway, for those of you guys that don't know what scope this is, she is the Jasmine sculpt, and I named her Jasmina. But she's the Jasmine sculpt by Kathy Romero Beschetti from SiliconeStudio2. You can always go order your kit. I think her kit price is like $990 plus shipping. I don't know if on the website it gives the armature options or not, but my little one has armatures in her arms and her legs. But that's it. That's all I got for y'all.